Now your hormones are all made from fats. Olives is better than olive oil. So what are the type of fats which are actually banned? But make sure to differentiate between cacao powder and coca powder. So for women with PCOS, they need to take care of their insulin.
We often hear about the negative impact of fats, especially during puberty. But some fats are actually vital for hormone production. So, how can young girls ensure that they are getting the right fats without disrupting their hormonal balance?
Absolutely, absolutely. No, this is such a great question, and I wish like this should be like this type of question on what diet people should be having. This should is my camera okay? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So yes. So this type of diet question, I think this should be part of textbook questions when when girls hit puberty. This is the time they should be given the right knowledge about what fats, what protein, what type of carbs to eat for their menstrual cycle and for their overall well-being. Now, what happens is fat is a very it's this is one word which is full of myths. Now your hormones are all made from fats. Now if young girls go on a low fat diet, nothing can be farther from truth for what is good for their health. You do not need a low fat diet, especially in your puberty. You need to know what are the good fats, what are the not so good fats, so that depending upon what is it, what is the aim that you are having, whether you are athletic or whether you want to look good, whether you want to clear your acne, depending upon what goal you have, you can choose what will work best for you. But now we are going to talk about things which are good for puberty in general. So, what are the good fats? See, you need a lot of good sources of omega 3 in diets. So, you need flaxseed, chia seed, walnuts, and all those different nuts, soaked nuts and seeds. So, these are all good sources of fats. And of course, my favorite A2 cow, desi ghee, that is again something girls need to have it. वो लोग क्या करते हैं when they are having roti, they will say okay abhi I want to lose weight, now I will have roti without the ghee in it. Now this is much worse. You rather not have a roti rather than having it just without ghee. So A2 cow desi ghee, you can have coconut, you can have sesame seed, different type of dips you can make with the sesame seeds, olive oil, olives, you can add them to your salads. So these are all good fats, and the more you take them in the purer form, means that how nature made it. So for example, olives is better than olive oil, coconut is better than coconut oil, peanuts are better than peanut oil, sesame is better than sesame oil. So of course you have to cook them well and prepare them well, but take them as close to their natural forms as possible, so because then your body absorbs them the best. So for example, you have soaked almonds, right? That is a source of fat and good protein as well. So if you are taking soaked almonds, it's much better than, let's say, you have almond oil and then you are heating it up, and then or maybe roasted almonds. See, the closer you take it to the natural form, the better it is. Now, what type of fats are not good, and why did fat get a bad reputation in itself? See, I'm not saying कि सारे fats are created equal and then अभी जाओ मैकडोनल्ड में जाके बड़ा पाव खाओ, नहीं तो डोमिनोज खाओ. I'm not saying all that.
Hmm.
Not all fats are equal. So what are the type of fats which are actually bad? Refined oils, actually bad. You don't want them, especially in your cooking methods. If you are doing too much of hard cooking, and especially when it goes beyond the heating point, beyond the so every oil breaks down at a certain level. So if you are doing like lot of bhuna जैसे सब्जी आपने सब्जी बनाई, you will think it's very healthy, but you keep on doing frying it and almost like shallow frying it. So
So
these
maybe
are
reheating also affect that, right?
reheating, yes, reheating or like frying, of course, because what happens is when you fry these oils or when you really heat them a lot, they create a compound which is called AGE, advanced glycation end products. Now, of course, in puberty, you will say, and these are the things which age you much faster, and they age you in a wrong type of way. So you will have more hormonal issues, you will have early puberty, and you will have more like things. Your skin will erupt every now and then. So you don't need these AGs. So you need to learn the right cooking methods in which you are not doing too much of frying. You can see, I'm not saying fat is bad. Frying
Hmm.
fat, that is the differentiation we need to be sure. So, for example, you have made a sabji in like very minimal ghee, or let's say in water itself, and once the sabji is cooked, then you put a lot of desi ghee on top of it. That is the right way to cook. And not like कि पहले देसी घी को हमने पूरा सड़ा डाला and then उसको भून डाला and then then you are
Right.
taking that sabji. So that's very important, that you need to learn the right art of cooking, and that's why in Yuvaap, so we have this live classes which happen on Yuvaap Kitchen, where we teach how to cook the right way. See, you
Right.
can eat the same chawal, you can eat the same rice, you can eat the same dal, the same roti, the same parantha, the same paneer ki sabji, and it will taste better, but it will be healthy. You may
Right.
think मैं तेल को सड़ाऊंगी नहीं तो मेरा टेस्ट नहीं आएगा. This is nothing is farther from the truth. मतलब you don't know how to cook well. See, you need to learn then cooking. एंड नॉट
Right.
लाइक अगर तेल को सड़ा के सिर्फ फ्राई करके तो कोई भी टेस्टी बना देगा ना. आर्ट तो वो है जो बिना फ्राई किए टेस्टी बना सके, जो
Correct.
बिना उसके, एंड दैट इज व्हाट वी टीच एट यूवैप किचन. एंड आई थिंक so that is something you need to remember. See, fats are very good. 50 to 60% of young girl calories, if they come from fat, they will not have any hormonal issues. You need to have fat, but the thing is you need to have the right type of fat. And then
Correct.
maybe I can tell you one or two things that you can add on a everyday basis, so that at least some major part of my fat is already covered. Let's say you are a teenage person, you are someone who has just hit puberty, under 20, or you have a child who is in this age range, like 10 to 20-year girl. What you
Correct.
can give them is these two things, which I'm going to say. The first one is a green smoothie. So it will look green, but it is very tasty. So you take a handful of greens, then you add 1 to 2 tablespoons of flaxseed, which is the good fat that we were speaking about, and then you add half to one banana, depending upon how much sweet your child or you like. So this is the green smoothie. You have it once a day. So this is like 1 to 2 tablespoons flaxseed straight in. Good source of omega 3. So that is number one. And number two is you can have a nut smoothie. So you take a handful of soaked nuts, then a handful of this dry fruits like raisins, dates, which is again very good for girls, especially for their iron requirements. So raisin and dates and figs. So you have figs, and so you have this 1 handspoon of nuts and 1 handspoon of this dry fruits. And when you blend them together, you have your dry fruit smoothie. And in that you can add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds as well, for the added advantage of omega 3. And when you are adding these soaked nuts, you have walnut there. So just by adding these two drinks in your everyday life, which is the green smoothie and the nut smoothie, you have taken care of a lot of your omega 3 requirement, a lot of healthy fat requirement in the diet. And this will not only keep you full for a very long time, your tendency and your cravings for junk will also go down. So that's the beauty. So this is something that you can start from today itself.